Yeah, inactivity in Discord. Possibly because, yeah, maybe in the architecture server. Man, thanks for jumping back in. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into streaming, but it's been tough with working at home and stuff like that. But, I'm not even sure if the audio is working, so if you see my lips moving but you can't hear me, just say something, because I can't respond. Let's see if I can. Got it. Okay. Seems a bit soft. Yeah, well. What is it not? Let's see. That's cranked. I don't even, like, I was just hoping that my OBS settings worked when I hit start streaming, so, like, I'm not even sure what all is set up properly. Seems a bit soft. Let's see if I can maybe fix that. Who needs to work when you can get your stream working right? Default device. Let's change this to the snowball. Let's just see if I can get this to work. Video broadcast. Okay. How is that? Is that any better? That seems like it's softer. Yeah, that's definitely softer. Test 1, 2. Nope, that's even worse. Gain. I don't know. Yeah, that's really loud. Maybe that's a little better. Who knows? Maybe I'm just soft. Let's see. I know they want some kind of built in here. Let's just call this linen. Or background noise. See if I can fix that. What about now? Go room removal. Trying the NVIDIA broadcast thing. It looks like actually it peaks a little bit. Oh, good. It's good to know that I can use that. Yeah, I've been pretty anxious getting streaming back up because it's been so long and so many protocols and standards have changed, and I was just afraid that it wasn't going to work. So I tried to get it working, and then I was like, well, now I got to get it working with YouTube and Twitch. And then I was like, well, maybe I can just get it working with Twitch or with YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting it working with YouTube. I don't have to worry about Twitch for now. We'll get that working later on, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's do a 6-inch wall here. Inch. 6-inch. Then we want a bench. Where do we want that bench? Maybe we put a bench just along here. So how have you been doing? Hopefully been doing good. It's got to be like what, a couple years since I've streamed. Hey puppy, what's up? Come and see who I'm talking to. this. Really? It's not there anymore. Let's do this. Let's change this to 01, 02, 03. Oh, just kidding. It should be 01. This needs to be 02, 03. 5, 6, 7. Two construction dims. It's one thing we'll do. This already feels so nice to know that I'm streaming again. You made my day, just jumping right in. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I hope you were able to take that and make it a positive experience. It's great that you were able to help out. You know, looking back, there's a lot of things that I did that put my like what I wanted to do for my career on hold. And it's nice to be able to look back and say, yeah, I wasn't making progress towards my career, but I was spending time with friends and family, or I was at least learning skill sets that I can use moving forward in my career. So that's always nice. Do, do, do. Puppy? What'd you find? You eating my rug again? Stop that. Stop. It's the windows to remain. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. gonna come say hi. Too much existing. up, Osmond? Long time later we on. Yep, that's right. All new walls. How you been doing? So yeah, where are we gonna put the mechanical stuff? But it's awesome that you stopped back by the day that I started streaming again. Talking to people who are watching. Hey, can you pick up that water bottle for me, please? Thank you, by your head. Yep. What do I need in this? I got any really good pictures of one on here? Wood framing. Well, it's not even framing. It's just like timber frame. Like it's an LVL or something. That is so weird. Hey, puppy. Thank you. Yeah, you gonna come say hi? You gonna come say hi? Say hi. You want to go back outside? You're only gonna be out there for like 5 minutes because it is freaking hot out there, dog. You're not gonna last. At work now? Is that okay with you? Ow! Down. Get down. Excuse me? No. What? What do you want? Oh, okay. You need a hug? I'm not allowed to work. It's the microphone. Yes. All right. Can I work now? Do you need to go outside? Hello, Andy. I'm working on a garage addition slash bedroom expansion. So this existing garage, we're moving the bathroom and closet for a bedroom out into half of this space, and then expanding out front of it. And I'm just trying to make sure that I've got all the notes that I need in here for redlining it out for whoever's going to be working on this. And what I really need is like a blank space somewhere that I can draw on. Message retracted. You didn't have to retract your message. How do I want to do this? Damn. What does that existing demo plan to? Piece of junk. Plan. Date plan dimensions. Notes. I think that's it. Let's look at. I think that just comes straight across. That's what I'm looking at here. Okay. All right. So I think the strategy is going to be whole box here. Line comes across. I think we can just start with that. How can I put this somewhere? Edit. Let's see if maybe I can put it over here. Um, straight line. Each slab. I think I'm gonna do that. Ring. Roar. Floor. Can you get Juno, please? Thank you. Okay, can you bring her in, please? Silly dog. Question is, How did they do? Oh, I'm gonna have to show that. That's what I thought. What's storage up there? Yeah, I'm back. It says he wants a truss diagram. He knows I'm not a structural engineer. That'll put it. I can tell because I'm not in here. Satellite. Cool. That's right. I need. See here. If there's a car here and a car here, where should I put the pull down? I think it should be here. Yeah, bud. Okay. Weird. Okay. It's puppy. What you doing? Huh? Let's see here. Where's this other section going to be? I kind of think it needs to be like right here. A chord, bottom chord, You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not designing the truss. It's the max. I fit it recently. Who's? What's another project I did? Here's all? Yes. From here's all. So freaking annoying. Crap. Hopefully that got back to working. It's supposed to be as high as possible. bones. Right. I can fit all this up here, so I think. Did I get all of it? Move that up here. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Boy. My freaking piece of crap. So the question now is how do I want to deal with the other section? Part of me doesn't even want to tackle it right now. I kind of need to. Let's see if we can manage to BS here. Let's go something like this. I think that'll get us what we need. That's here. Paste. Of course, that's too big to fit right here. Move that off to the side, see if maybe I can move this somewhere else. Yeah, kind of. All right, so how is this going to work? It's going to do something like this. And then it's going to do something like this. We don't know what this existing structure is like. Except where am I cutting? I'm cutting, yeah, right there. So we really don't know. The existing wall right here. Yeah, I'm good. Get that reference for the floor. Oh, cute. Where did you go? There it is. I don't know why it's all the way up here. This is gonna work. All right. Know that we're gonna have come out. Invoice not ready. Indeed, yes, we do. That is going to be a tough one. What is there? It's just an LVL? Some kind of beam there. I have no idea. That's maybe plywood? I think there's a beam that sits right there. Maybe it's the same thing on the front. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. We're on the front here. So this is actually structural. This is probably structural. So this beam probably sits right there between those. So we're going to have to hold those beams. Where is that column? All right. Email notification pop up? Yeah, that's fine. The texting ones? Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know, though. How are we going to do this? And welcome back. For now, let's do this. Demo plan. Set this view up and place it on a sheet. For now, I need to red line it. elevation, stairs, use photos. All right. So, what is this going to look like? I'm fairly certain that what we've got is this. Or I'm cutting it. Around here. It goes all the way to that slab. And then down some. That stair's going to be right in front of that block window. There is going to have to be. So at about right, where are we? Just under? Just under that 8-foot plate right here. There is a beam. There's another one over here. It's actually a beam. Is there a middle beam also? There's not a middle beam. There's just this guy that goes all the way back like this. Then we've got a metal insulated panel right here. Hey, Cake, how's it going? I don't know if Cake can hear me or not. There he is. Here. How you doing? Glad to hear it. Man, I'm getting there. I'm actually doing okay because I think I've got like a week and a half to get all this stuff done, and I think I'm doing pretty good in terms of time. So I'll feel better. I'll feel better when it's all done. Okay, so that's existing. This is all existing. This is new. Wait. Where am I cutting this? I think it's yeah. Go like that, that, and then this is going to come up to wherever this cuts. I don't know where it's going to cut. It's going to look something like that. And there's going to be an outrigger. And then there's going to be a truss right here. It's here. Trusses every 2 feet. Okay. Oh. No, we're framing right here. Forgot about that. These. Think. Think. Therefore, I am. That comes right here. It's going to come down and back across. Oh, I just did exactly the thing I thought I was going to not do. Come across and then down. Then there's going to be a bunch of those. That did not work out the way I wanted it to. You know, it's too bad that as an architect I can't draw a straight line. Straight across. Straight across. Straight across. There we go. Oh, what else am I cutting? One, two. We can move that just a little bit so it doesn't do there. Whoa. PSA from Pearsall. What happened to this? Did this whole thing get moved down? What is our span? Let's find out. 12 feet. Okay, new file. Hubler. 18 level residential. That's 12 feet. 12 feet? Let's go 12. 12. Let's go 12.6. Support 1. Yep. Yep. Sure. We can do rim boards. That's fine. Ooh, we can we do it that way? Well, if we can do it that way, we just did 6 feet or 6 feet. Product selection. TGI is fine. We'll do premium lumber. No, we'll do commodity lumber. 2x TGI 110s. Do 3, 7, 10. Do jeez. See what we can do. I could do this with 2x4s. At 16 inches on center. 2x4s. Cost index. Done. So here's what we're going to do. We also need a section here. Okay. 2x6 at 16 inches on center. Did I specify 24-inch spacings? We can do a 24-inch spacing. That's fine. At 24 inches on center on 2x4 pony wall. 6 feet. Existing slab. What is this going to be? I think it's going to be. I think it's supposed to be wood flooring. No, it's tile. So yeah. Tile floor being on what's the best substrate for tile flooring? Let's see. Tile flooring substrate. No, I don't want underlayments. I want the subfloors. Oh. Flooring on. Didn't know this because I just did a class on it. Right. I think that's what it's going to be for now. Check it again in a little bit. Here. Here. What am I looking for? Looking for ClickUp. There it is. Okay. Reduced. Update set changes for red lines. And here. I do that. Not sure why I'm listed on this one. Missing from model. Kids bath added some cabinets as owner bath. All right, so here we go. Red lines. Edit red lines in progress. That's documentation. Why? Loading railing. Sweet puppy. I didn't have a comment on it. Talking about those are not 25 kilowatt generators. These don't look big enough. But generators. It's just not going to work. They're going to put it out in the backyard. I'm going to step away. I'll be right back. All right. What am I talking about? Oh, there it is. None. Modeling. He really wants to bring that straight across. I'm on computer. So if we list this, what the crap? Wait, what just happened? Oh, down. Hmm. Why is... Oh, it's the sidewalk. Am I about done?
Yeah.
Boy, I sure hope so. I've been working on this one for a while. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. There's not a whole lot I can do about it except put on headphones. So sorry if it bothers you, but I prefer not to wear headphones, and I just yeah. It kind of stinks though because when I stream on like YouTube or Twitch, it always demonetizes the stream, which I guess is fine because I'm not really trying to make money off of it. I guess, but
The issue about
yeah, but I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. I'm only doing YouTube.
yeah, I checked that.
The Twitch, is it on my profile? That's a good question. Did I put it on my profile?
It is. I just thought you would be streaming at both platforms. I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, I typically do, but because I'm just now getting back into it, there's a lot of stuff that I'd have to go back and get set back up, and I just didn't have time to do that. So I wanted to go ahead and just get it back up and running. I don't know if I need these. Need to model this. We still got a lot of work to go on this project. That's disappointing. This is all from phone to Kachan. Where are you? And secondary. Ugh.
If we do this,
What's that?
PC seems to be stronger when they're also in the PDS for some reason.
Some of these, yeah, like the one that, like this one's got a lot of, it's got a really big file loaded into it, so it's actually a pretty high resolution image. But no, it's my PC's fine. What happened here? All near elegant. Total placement and length of 4-foot retaining walls of site plan. I'm not sure how that was unclear. One at a time here. Oh my goodness. Invoice. This is on my contract. Service agreements. Can't use relevant fact. You won't always be able to. Hopefully the invoice. Always be able to. This agreement says on the tags. New concrete drive. New concrete bulk. Doesn't feel like it's in the right spot. Well, that was useless. What the crap happened here? So, got the window schedule thing done. I got that taken care of. Unclear on placement of window. Yeah, okay. Question mark on the wall near elevator. Wall near elevator. Exterior wall enclosing the stairs. That wall is? Zero intent of 8-foot markings on elevations. Second window meant to remove window from utility. Alright. What should we do up here? I put up here to separate. I'm gonna have to look at those taken care of. What else? Structural, immediate red lines. No comments there. Immediate red lines. Comments here. Got kitchen images in the wall. Door windows. I think all these are taken care of. Oh, right. Table's missing. What the crap? It's not supposed to be going up like that. I do renderings for this? Man, I think I need to do renderings for this. I also have to do takeoff. I need to do a lumber takeoff on it. I need to put that in here too. So make a chan. I need for takeoffs. The instruction document. Renderings? I need renderings. Wait. April 28th. Did I already do renderings for this? Holy crap, I did renderings for this. Yeah. Do I still use Twinmotion for renderings? Yes, I do. Do you still use Twinmotion for renderings? Those were some preliminary renderings. Still don't have a really great workflow for getting really like the photorealistic look, but it's good enough for the clients. They're not what I want, but they are what the clients want, and that's really what matters. So I think that's going to be there. I won't have to look at this. We might have to step this down to here. Generators coming down here. Oh. Good afternoon, Mike. How are you doing?
What is this answering service?
No, Mike. This is this. No, you got the actual person. We finally did it. Wait, maybe we should just hang up and go have a party. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Oh, good luck, man. If you think this is heat, wait till next week. I
In the moment.
Yeah. I, I,
Anyway,
I don't wear a watch for kind of the same reasons, but I kind of got in the habit of checking the weather because I used to coach youth soccer. So I always kind of had to know what the weekly schedule was going to be like for practice and if I needed to find maybe an indoor place or something like that. But I'll tell you what, if I was still coaching, we would not be practicing in 108 degrees.
oh my gosh, I saw a guy out jogging
Yeah.
in the afternoon. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you crazy or what? You know, maybe there was a day in my life I probably did. I don't know the time when I was young. I'm sure times when it was pretty hot, but man, I don't remember running 100+ degree weather. But anyway,
Yeah.
hey, hey, Carl. I wanted to before I lose my train of thought. I wanted to address with you the electrical plan. I think
Yep.
in my last email I told you there was something we needed to tweak on that, and I'm sorry for me being remiss and just not getting with you on it. But um, in the older, obviously the part where we're working on that the kitchen area right now. I don't know if you remember this, but I don't know. There's just a abnormal amount of light, can lights
Right. Yeah.
in the ceiling in there,
I
and
recall.
I wanted to do some adjustment, and I think in our discussion and when I discussed it with Mike as well, I think we're just going to try to put like three lights in that area. One over the sink, one over the cooktop, and like one kind of over where the refrigerator would be. Um, obviously where the cooktop and the refrigerator would be, kind of out from those. But obviously, you can put one over the sink area. So uh, I think it was indicated. I don't have the plan in front of me, but I think it was just indicated that the lighting would stay the same there. But do you have that plan pulled up?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I knew that we were going to redo the lights, but I recalled that we hadn't quite had a plan, and I wasn't sure quite what you wanted to do. So now is the time to definitely go in and make sure we get that right. Now,
Yeah.
when you say a light over the cooktop, that you have a hood over that, right? So it has a built-in light or the microwave. Oh, there's cabinets above it. Yep.
Above the cooktop, so there are cabinets above, and just like where the refrigerator sits, there's a little cabinet above it. So the light would need to be out, out from that,
Right.
not directly over the cooktop,
Yeah.
but maybe, yeah,
I'm just trying to
cover.
I'm trying to picture the best way to do that so that it looks, intentional and we don't end up kind of with the same situation that we're in now where there's lights kind of all over the place
Yeah,
in that same area. So what we might do is if the intent is to get some light for cooking, right there. We might put a light that can be directed over that way.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like we need more lighting for that, we can look at some under cabinet lighting as well if you want more light for that cook area.
Yeah. And you know, and again, you can tell me. I know that I know that when you do drawings, you want things to be as precise as possible. But a lot of it isn't it just as much just a reference as far as so when the electrician comes out and you know, I mean they're looking at a drawing obviously, but also they're talking to people. They're probably talking to, you know, I guess Gerardo is going to be kind of supervising the work here for Mike.
Uh-huh.
But I'm also, you know, I live here, so I'm obviously going to be available.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of this is to me, drawings were always a reference and not necessarily the gospel, you know, as far as it's, I mean, you want the drawings to be as precise as possible, but there's always things that can and are changed in the process. So I think as long as we have an indication of the, you know, approximately where there's going to be lights, it doesn't mean that's, you know, just because your drawing shows something doesn't mean, well, that's exactly where they got to be. I mean, you know, again, the drawing is more a reference than it is, like I say, the gospel as far as where, you know, precisely everything has to be. I know that as an architect, I mean, you want things to be as precise as possible, but you and I both know that in the real world, there are things that change. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm going with. As long as we have a reference that, you know, yeah, we're going to remove a lot of those lights and possibly all the lights and replace them, you know, with more strategically placed lighting. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, you're right. I would, you know, I get this question a lot, and it's interesting to have to explain it to people. You know, as an architect, as a profession, it's a real challenge for us to justify our value for what we're doing. And at the same time, people always ask us, well, don't you want your projects to look the best that they can? And, you know, of course, the answer to that is always yes. And then the follow-up question is, well, then how come you don't provide that level of detail for free? So, you know, it's one of those things where people don't understand why we wouldn't just give you every piece of detail that you need to put, you know, the light exactly where it needs to go. But then, you know, they also get upset when you charge them to put that detail in a drawing. So I have to find that balance, and that's where I usually find it, especially when I'm working with, when I know the contractor that I'm working with. I can provide a level of detail that I know that they are comfortable working with. You know, I don't have to tell them that they need to, you know, center these lights in the space because they also have a level of standard that they're trying to meet. And I know that if they're trying to meet that level of standard, the end product's going to look good. I don't have to worry about, you know, Fournier going in and putting lights off-centered and not lining up with each other and saying, yeah, that looks pretty good. You know, I know that what he's going to put in and what his subcontractors are going to put in are going to meet my standards as well. So I don't have to put that level of detail. So the drawings, like you'll notice that I don't put anything in the hallway lights that say center these lights on the hallway, right? So and the same thing will happen in the kitchen area. I'll show, you know, two lights kind of in the middle of that space, and then a light over the sink, and then that'll be it. I'll show where they hook up to a light switch, and you know, that'll be it. So I don't have to dimension those or anything like that. Unless we did something where, you know, we wanted it in a very specific spot because it needs to line up with something, you know, then we would probably put some dimensions in or make sure that there's a note that says, you know, verify location before installation. And that way the subcontractor knows, okay, let's go find Mike and figure out where this is supposed to go before we start cutting holes. So
Right.
that's the long way, hopefully, to get around to answering your question. But we're not the electrical drawings. We don't have to put a ton of detail in, but we do want to make sure that the electrician knows how many fixtures, how they're going to be hooked up, things like that. So
Right.
that's the information that I want to provide.
And I just wanted to give my take on what I was seeing or not seeing on the drawing, and let you determine what you need to do with it. I think just in our discussion, I've described to you what 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 we're going to do with the electrical as far as the lighting in the kitchen. How you present it on the drawing, I'm going to leave that up to you. But I know, I mean, I can visualize in my mind where the lights need to be.
Yep.
And I can convey that, to the contractor as well as the electrician when that time comes. So
Exactly.
it's not like, and that's why I was saying, to me, I don't, it doesn't make a bit of difference to me whether you show any positioning at all for lights, and that may be, where we're at with it. I mean, I don't care if you show anything more specifically on the drawing than you already have.
Sure.
Because, I mean, the bottom line is there's like 6 or so lights right there in that small kitchen area that you actually don't show on the drawing, which I wouldn't presume you would, because they don't really apply as far as what we're going to be doing there. They're obstacles we have to work around.
Right.
But then we'll apply lighting accordingly. And again, my point is whether you draw in lighting in certain positions in the kitchen or not, that's up to you. And that's what I'm telling you is I don't care if you add any more detail, for the lighting in the kitchen, because the switching is there, all that. It's just they're basically just going to be wired, to different cans versus the cans that are there. So anyway, I mean, I just wanted to give you my take on it and let you proceed with it how you feel, best to proceed, whether there's any direction to go with it at all, So anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll probably at least have a note that indicates, that we're removing the lights that are currently there and that we're going to replace with these new lights, and things like that. That actually does bring up a good question that we haven't discussed. Is there a disposal currently in that sink?
There is,
and you want to keep that?
Which it's for. I mean, well, it's switched underneath the sink, so you have to open the cabinet to flip the switch on for the. And so I thought we just put an in-counter air switch.
Yep.
Like what I've got in the newer part of the house, which is an easy thing to do. So
yep.
Anyway, there's not actually an exposed, and I don't know if that's what you were asking about, but yeah, there is a disposal in the sink, and it is switched. It's just kind of switched in an odd place.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that if you wanted that to be noted, we can do that. And a lot of this, Mike, it'll be in the drawings, and Fournier is going to give you a bid, and you can say, I think I can install that air switch myself. Maybe back that out of the price, or you can look at some of this other stuff and you can tell them what you think you can do yourself and what you want them to do. If it's going to be $120 for them to buy and install that switch for you, I mean, maybe you go ahead and do that because that's worth your time. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not
exactly.
Those are minor details in my book. So, I know, like, a lot of people, look at things entirely differently as far as, they want every little detail itemized and, well, who's going to pay for what, how much it's going to cost me, and who's going to do it. And, To me, those are minor details. I'm not real concerned with who or how the switch for the disposal or the costs involved.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm kind of assuming, I mean, Mike and I have already came up with an agreement, and I'm assuming that for the price that he quoted me and that I agreed to, that some of this minor stuff is going to be taken care of without any additional expense. Because I mean, I mean that I mean that's what this. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, I'll address those things with him. But
Sure.
anyway,
Yep.
like I said, that's a minor detail for me. I also, since we're kind of on this, lighting and electrical in the kitchen, um, I don't know if you need to. I mean, I'm throwing this out, for your sake, if you need to indicate this. But so, as far as the undercount lighting, we're just wanting to do the strip lighting for the under counter, and like and also we're probably going to utilize a lot of dimmer switches. So a lot of the switches are going to be dimmable. Um, but also the lights under the cabinet, we want to do the same strip lighting above the cabinet.
Okay.
There is an open space above the cabinets, and I mean, just like in our newer part, I have the same strip lighting above the cabinets as underneath the cabinet, so it
Sure.
kind of gives a little better ambiance, so to speak. So, and I again, I don't know if that's something you need to indicate uh, in some way, but I thought I would at least address it with.
Yeah, I need to note that so that Mike can tell his subcontractors what they need to put in the pricing for him. Even if you and Mike have come to an agreement on price, Mike is going to want to know what the material cost is going to be, and the subcontractors are going to want to be able to estimate the labor time so that they know how long they need to be in the house and when they need to start, scheduling their next project and things like that. So anything that they're going to be installing or procuring for installation, we want to be sure that we are putting in at least a note that indicates what it's going to be. I'm not going to detail how to install those things. I'm just making notes that indicates, you need to get strip lighting for below and above cabinet lighting, and then we don't have to indicate where it's switched. You can just tell them, hey, I want it switched next to the light switch that turns on the overhead lights, or maybe you want it switched somewhere a little bit more hidden, or I don't know, maybe you want a motion activated light so that those lights always come on when someone enters the room. I don't know. It's we can specify that, or we can just leave it up to when it's installed.
That's what I was saying about ceiling. I mean, there's already switching in
Yep.
place for those lights, and it's just like this under counter lighting. All we're doing is tying in lighting above the cabinets with the under counter lighting, but it's already switched. And where they're switched at is a okay location. Like, for example, I'm looking at the drawing now. You got a couple of switches just outside where the refrigerator would set.
Yep.
On that opposing wall. One of those switches is for that under counter lighting.
Exactly.
And so, which location is, I mean, as good as anywhere. So, I mean, I'm not planning on moving a lot of, switching locations. And I'm trying to make this as clean and simple as possible, yet get what I want, So, anyway, there shouldn't be a problem with switching. It should just be a clean transition from what's there now versus what we want to put in.
Sure.
So,
Yep. Understood.
Anyway, that's really all I had, Carl. As far as the electrical, everything else is pretty cut and dried.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
this this set of drawings done and finished up and over to Mike before I head out of town, so that he can at least get some stuff going for you while you're out of town. I heard you've got a big trip coming up too, so good luck on that hunting trip. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Evie, my wife, she's never hunted before.
Yeah.
And she's always wanted to, but just never, been in a position to do it. But anyway, I'm gonna pick her up and hopefully she can shoot a caribou.
Wow, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really more excited for her than I am for myself. Because I've been there and done a lot of that. So it's funny how you're as an outdoorsman, how your perspectives change over the years. And
sure,
it used to, anytime it's just the nature of it. Anytime you're hunting, it's really all about you to a great degree as far as you harvesting something. But it's gotten to where, man, when I started, my kids got old enough to start hunting, it became more about the excitement of seeing them catch something or harvest something. And now it's the same way with it's even gotten more so as I've gotten older. I don't even care if I shoot something or catch something, as long as whoever I'm with, I get to see the excitement in their face. So anyway, I know you can probably relate to that yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we're actually we're going on a different kind of hunting trip. We're actually going camping in Yellowstone, and my kids want to do some wolf and bear spotting. So we're gonna grab some camera equipment and some binoculars, and we're gonna go looking for some bears and wolves, and we'll probably find some owls and bald eagles while we're out there. So it should be a fun trip.
Oh man, I'm excited for you. That's going to be a great family trip, you guys. Oh, you guys are going to see every kind of animal that probably exists in that park.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna have a full roll of film, so to speak. I know it's not rolls of film anymore, but you know what I'm talking about.
Man, the first time I went to Yellowstone, I had a Kodak disc camera.
Oh yeah.
And I took pictures on that disc camera, and I lost the camera and all the discs.
Oh, yeah. There's something to say about today's technology. It's kind of hard to lose stuff in today's world. But,
yeah, I was actually doing logistics the other day on our trip, and I was thinking, I'm not going to have my laptop with me, so I can't unload the memory card for the camera. I might have to bring 2 memory cards for the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, man, I'm happy for you guys to be able to take that trip. That's your kids are, how old are your kids, Carl?
10 and 12. The 12-year-old's going on 13 this year, so
oh wow,
it'll be a big one for him.
That's a perfect age for them to do stuff like this, because they're old enough to be able to kind of manage things on their own to a certain degree, but and also to be able to have keep the memories. Sometimes people take their kids on stuff when they're 3, 4, 5 years old, and when the kids get old, they don't remember it.
Yep, exactly.
I think this is a great age to take.
Yep.
So great.
It'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that's great. All
right, man. Well, I'll get this stuff over to you and Mike. Just making sure, are you okay with me sending it to you and Mike? I know it might be confusing, but when I do this new submittal, I'll get it over to you and Mike, and I'm sending it to Angela as well, because she sends it out to the project managers. All the submittals, I'll just do the courtesy of sending it to Mike as well, so that they can deal with that information, we'll keep it going.
Great. Hey, let me ask you something else, Carl. I know that you had sent me an invoice, and I I don't know. I don't know if there was some confusion in that or what, because I can't find it. I don't know. Is there something I need to go ahead and submit to you?
You know what I'll do? Sometimes the service that I use for invoicing, sometimes it gets caught in junk mail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that invoice and I'm going to send it to you from my email instead of from the
Okay.
invoicing service. And then
Okay.
at your convenience, that invoice covers the design discovery, which is what we're wrapping up right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just at your convenience, you can take care of that. And then when I'm done with the documentation phase, the permitting phase, I'll send you the hours for that.
Okay. All right, Carl. Real good. Well, I just didn't want you to think I'd forgotten about you on that. I don't know, for some reason. I guess it was sent from someone else instead of you, right?
Yeah, it tries to put my email address in there, but it doesn't do a very good job of it. So sometimes, a lot of times, actually, I get this from quite a few clients. It ends up in their junk mail. So it's not a problem. I'll send you the invoice from my email address.
Okay, great. And I also wanted to let you know that I did. I emailed Jeff over at the survey, and
Yeah,
he dropped the ball on me. You
yeah,
know,
I saw that response
he
from
had,
him.
yeah, but he did get back with me and said that he got me a proposal on it, and I said that sounds fine. Go ahead and get it scheduled. He said they were running a couple of weeks out,
Okay,
so anyway, we got that taken care of too. So I just wanted
perfect.
to let you know that.
Glad to
Okay.
hear that. Excellent. All right. Well, if you want, he and you can let him know that he can just send that over to me as well, and then I can get it in the drawings when we need that for permitting, and we'll get that all taken care of.
All right, real good, Carl. I appreciate you, buddy. Well, if I don't talk to you, but when are you heading out on your trip?
We will be heading out the first week of August, and then we're
Okay.
camping in the park for a week, and then we'll be heading back. So,
Okay. Well, if for some reason I don't talk to you before, you guys have a great safe trip. All right.
hey, thanks a lot. Same to you, Mike. Just in case, hopefully you do hear from me before then, but
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Well, you never know.
you
Days
never
where
know.
everybody's going so many different directions. You know,
That's right.
you never know. That's why I usually take the consideration of, wishing people well, because, like I said, we probably will talk before then, but oh well, so what?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Sorry. Thanks a lot, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
All
All
right,
right.
man. Take care.
All righty. Bye
See
bye.
ya. Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so let's talk about split up and talk about these invoice times today.
Okay.
So the Tito invoice didn't add up the way you thought it should.
Oh, might be.
So I looked into the project,
Okay. The
looking at the list
You open the project, and this is in ClickUp.
in ClickUp.
Okay. You're looking at the list. Okay.
Looking at it listed.
Yep.
So at the top, at the very top of the list, see under design. Oh, I'm under design.
That's fine. You can be under Design Discovery, or you can be under the main project. Either one.
Okay. So you see the first tab that says open.
Yeah. Are you under Design Discovery or under Tito?
Tito. To the project Tito.
Yep.
And okay. So the very first thing listed is design discovery.
Correct.
Okay. And this is the first tab that says open, and it's invoice time to date.
Yep. Open is the phase, and then the task is invoice time to date. Correct.
Okay. So if I scroll down and look at anything else in this list, none of the closed items show up to show what has been invoiced.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up. Let's see. Subtasks are being hid. Okay, that is because over on the right there's a little button that says show closed. So it looks like somehow the tasks that are closed have been turned off. So if you click that, you should be able to see the closed tasks.
See what has been invoiced also.
Well, I've always been able to see it because it's when I'm looking at the board view, it just shows it.
Been invoiced. Now, my process before, when I got an email from you saying to invoice, was to go in, and I'm going in the board view and looking at what's closed and invoicing what's closed.
Yep. Gotcha. So, okay, so you're okay. So what's the best? Go ahead.
So that see now that it's invoice, but I wouldn't normally even look at that because it's not in the closed column. And even if I start looking only at the list, the fact that it says open, I would not have looked at it except that that little tag on it says invoice. Okay, so then the second, so there's that. Second question that I have then is, I don't know what to invoice if it just says time to date, unless it was those items that those tasks that were in the closed column, which is what happened. Okay?
All right. You can talk. Okay, so it sounds like there's two things that are happening. One is you're not being notified, or you're not looking at the open phase in ClickUp to see where I'm assigning tasks that are ready to be invoiced, and the other is that the task indicating invoice time to date, you're not sure what to invoice. Is that what we're addressing?
I think you're correct.
Okay, so the first thing is. I think, honestly, the best way to do this is from the board view. I don't think you're going to be able to get the best look at this out of the list view. You might, at least for me to explain it, the best way is going to be from the board view.
Okay,
and you've been using the board view, or you've been using the list view? Okay.
I've been using the board.
Okay, so I'm not. I guess maybe the list view is where you're exporting stuff for the workbook. Is that right?
No, the only reason that you texted me earlier, you copied, you sent your picture. For some reason, I thought your picture was the list view.
Yeah,
my bad.
I only sent the list view because you said I cannot get used to listing my screen instead of board. Or maybe I misunderstood what you meant by that. Yep.
And you responded with board.
Yep.
Your screen is just different, so I automatically thought you were listing it.
Okay, so let's just ignore the list view then. So let's go to the board view. Okay, so the reason that I can't put the task to tell you to invoice time to date in the closed phase is because the way that this workflow works, if that task is enclosed, that means it's done. So I can't put a task for you to invoice time to date if it's not been done. I can't put it in closed. Does that make sense?
If you've got the invoice tag on it, done with it, it's automatically going to go to invoice.
No. When you're done with it, you have to drag it over to invoiced. Just like you drag the tasks from closed to invoiced when you invoice them. When you invoice a task, you drag them all to invoiced, right? You,
That's called up there where it says close,
yeah.
and just go to the next status, which moves it to invoice.
Gotcha. Okay, so basically that's dragging that's the same thing as dragging it over from closed to invoiced. It's just a different mechanic. You're basically closing out that task. Okay? So when you see a task that says invoice time to date, the way that this should work is that anything that's enclosed is stuff that has not been invoiced but is ready to be invoiced, correct? When you go to invoice things, you're only invoicing things that are in the closed phase, right? Okay. Which means that those are the things that are ready to be invoiced between the last time you invoiced and now, right? Okay, so when you see a task that says invoice time to date, that means that we're ready to invoice everything that's in the closed phase, and then after you invoice it, it all gets moved to invoiced. So the next time we do an invoice time to date, we can do the same thing with things that are in the closed phase. So
So when you put that tag on there that says invoice time today, I do get that notification.
Okay, good. You still there? Oh. You still there?
But there's no extra time with that.
Sorry, Joanna just pulled up and Joanna just pulled up and her van stole my Bluetooth, so you were talking to her for a minute. Okay. So what's that? It does not. What do you mean? It does not change the hours invoiced? But okay, so what are you asking? When I've lost the context of what that is.
That we just sent to Tito.
It's correct.
We just sent to Franson, and it says.
Yeah, that invoice is correct.
Okay, so when I see a task that says invoice time to date, that is a task for me to do. It does not mean that I should be looking for any hours or anything in that particular task.
Correct.
That got me confused was because this says invoice, but the title for it was design discovery. So I didn't know. So if I had looked at everything that was in the closed file, then I would have seen. that it was all for modeling.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
the separation there is if you've clicked on the Tito folder over on in the spaces, you'll see that it's broken out into design discovery, schematic, design development, construction documents, and so forth. Right? You see that? So that is the phase that the task is assigned to.
Gotcha.
The tags are an additional step to help you see what part of the service agreement it should be billed under. So, for instance, all of Bill's projects, all of Bill Powers' projects, it can go from design discovery to construction documents, but the tag is going to say design and documentation for almost all of them, right?
And that's what it should be billed under.
Correct.
Gotcha. That's what I need.
Got it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go look at Fulps. Okay. And the other thing is you should be getting an email or a notification in ClickUp that you have a task that's assigned to you. And that's why I assign those tasks to you, so that you can see where those are. I don't know if that's working or not. But here there's invoice design discovery, which is an open task. I'm pretty sure you've invoiced that, correct?
Right. Discovery.
What do you mean?
Where it says, see the invoiced column?
Yep, I see the invoiced. It says red lines, area plan, and model existing.
But those were, it was all invoiced under, it wasn't. Well, it says it was invoiced. So there should be an invoice 20.203.
20.
Which
Right, there is an invoice, but the problem is when I go look and review these, I'm going to see this and I'm going to see that invoice design discovery is still open, which tells me it has not been invoiced. So when you invoice it, you want to take that task, and you can do it the same way. You can open the task and you can do the little arrow and change it over to, actually if you just hit the checkbox, it'll move it to invoiced. Or you can just drag it over to invoiced. Oh, you did? Let's see. View, reload. Let's see if it kept it. Because I accidentally did something to it. Under Fulps, you move the invoice design discovery over to invoiced.
Yeah.
That's not showing it for me. Invoice design discovery, open invoiced. Oh. Okay, yeah, I messed it up. That's my bad. Okay. Whatever I did apparently overrode what you did. Okay. Good. So I think that's okay. So does that make sense?
Makes a world of sense. Now I need to do the same thing with where is the Pappy's Garage?
Where is Pappy's Garage? Like, are you asking for a physical location or?
No. What's his name?
Travis Eslick?
Yeah. So today that I never did move, so I need to go back and move all of those.
That would be great if you could.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It sounds like it makes more sense now.
But we need to do this.
Need to what?
Don't you have a project open for it?
Oh, did I archive it again?
Or did you already?
I might have archived it because I thought that you had. I thought I saw that you had moved that invoice over to, or that task to invoiced. Maybe I moved it and then archived it. I think I moved it and then archived it. I already did it. That's what I'm saying. Is I moved it. That's why I archived it. Yep.
Okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and archive Tito too, since I'm pretty sure we're done with that, and I need more space for more projects.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
You did not get as much as you wanted out of that, did you?
I mean, we really didn't put a whole lot of work into it, but it was pretty lucrative. So for the amount of work we put into it, it was it. I mean, that's like a month's worth of paychecks right there.
Yeah, good. Excellent. It's about time to get used to that one.
What's that?
It's about time to get used to that being your monthly paycheck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be nice.
I have moved all of those accordingly, and then I think that should be cleaned up.
Okay. If it helps, I when I make an invoice task, I assign that to you. So you might just be able to hit the assign to me button or tasks assigned to me to see that. Like if you go, what?
Notifications is what I saw.
Yeah, notifications. But another way to do it is if you just click projects.
Right.
You should be able to see. You should be able to. There's a button that says me up in the upper right, and that shows only tasks assigned to me, and that will be only your tasks. And then you should be able to see all the invoice ones, and if any of them are in open, you can just slide them over.
Interesting.
I'm just going to try that real quick just to see if I can see. Yeah, so Reed, looks like Reed, Parish, Allen Edition, and Platt Vote still have your tasks. And it looks like you moved in Collins. You moved the task to in progress, but didn't move it to invoiced when you got done.
All right, I'll go back into the clear file.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Let me know if you need anything else. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. All right. I think I'm done for a little bit. I'll be back on later this evening. Thanks for stopping by. I can remember how to do this. Outro. See you later.